What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In last week's video, I spent a ton of time working on the front end of the first gen, and overall we made a ton of progress. I got new shock hoops, new shocks, put a truss on the front axle, got an IFS steering box in there, and overall it's just looking a whole lot better than it used to. I still need to get the high steer swapped over, which I have laying on the ground right here. But before I could get the high steer on, I didn't feel like working twice finally, so I went ahead and ordered a knuckle rebuild kit. And before I get the steering on, because I have to tear the knuckles down, I'm just gonna go ahead and hold off on that. That stuff should be here this week while I'm waiting on parts. The truck still has a body lift, and that's no good. I really want to get that body lift out of the truck, but before I can do that, I have to cut the rock sliders back off. I welded them on a month or so ago and didn't really think that through. Not super stoked, but I have to get them cut off so I can lower the body. Otherwise, it's just going to run into the rock slider. But when I reinstall them, I will be mounting them out a little bit further than they are at the moment. It does give me a reason to fix something that I'm not super happy with. I just welded them tucked up under the body just a little bit more than I would prefer. So we're going to go ahead and redo those. I got to get them cut off the truck. Additionally to the rock sliders, I have to redo the rear shocks for a third time, which is completely okay with me because at the moment, there's only a small weld holding the bracket in on the upper shock mount because I kind of knew that this day was going to come. So that's the goal for this video, is to get rock sliders chopped off, get shocks cut off, hopefully get this body lift out of the truck, and then if I can finish all that stuff and parts still haven't showed up, I think I'm going to start tubbing. Definitely not looking forward to it, but we got it done on the third gen, and at some point this thing needs to get tubbed. Firewalls are just so close to the tires when you're turning. I'm already rubbing when I'm driving around on the road with 37s, so I know for a fact when I'm on the trail and turning, it's going to be a big issue, so need to go ahead and get that addressed as well. Oh yeah, and I broke a spring on one of my coilovers on the third gen right there. So I have a buddy that's going to come and pick these up and get them rebuilt for me, get the new springs thrown onto the coilovers, and then I'll be able to get them thrown back on the third gen, and we'll be able to get back out and do some camping. We're gonna actually try to make some progress on getting this body lift out of the truck today. I did pull one of the bushings or one of the spacers out yesterday, and this is it. It's like hard plastic material, and it's old and cracking, and got this one out, and then basically these are gonna be the replacements. So you got your lower bushing, or actually down here, lower bushing, upper bushing, actually goes like that. So to make sure all the holes stay lined up, I'm going to do the passenger side first because I already started over here. And then once we get the passenger side done, we'll move over to the driver's side. There's a couple things that I need to do before actually ripping bushings out. So yesterday I was looking in here to make sure nothing was gonna hit when I go to drop the body down. And first of all, the canister was in the way, but luckily this bracket, you just undo this little sleeve and the canister slides right up. You can see where it used to be mounted. I moved it up a good 1.5 inches. But over here, we have a little bit bigger of an issue. It's completely my fault. I didn't take any of this into account when I was doing shock hoops. So my hard brake lines are very close to the top of this shock and the shock hoop. Trying to get this to have clearance under here is gonna be a headache, but gotta make it work. We'll see what we can make happen. Additionally to figuring that out, I need to get the rear shocks undone and get these old cross members chopped out of the truck. Because like I said earlier, we're gonna be redoing the rear shocks, and what's in there right now is just in my way. Just in case you guys have never done this project or seen it done, basically you have these little body drains on the inside that have a little rubber lid. Got one up there, one here. Pop the lid off. Got a 14mm bolt on the top, and then that comes through down here to another 14mm on the bottom. You have your body lift up here in between. You can see the big puck sitting in there. Goal is to get this bolt out get the puck removed, get your new bushings and washers in, and then button everything back up. So ideally, it's not the most difficult task in the world, but it's definitely some work. It gets a little bit more difficult when you're an idiot and weld stuff in the wrong places. Well, I got the bushings on the passenger side done, but my bolts are wrong. I measured incorrectly somehow, some way. I did. So I'm gonna go return these and get the correct size, and then we'll be able to bolt this side down, move over to the driver's side, where I will then have to address my brake line issue. Brand new carpet. That's a whole cup of coffee. God damn it. I knew I should have bought rubber and not carpet.
Who did that?
I don't know. Probably me. Literally, I don't know about anyone else, but I am the most overstimulated person that I've ever met in my life. And as soon as I strip a bolt, my dog barks at me. You're talking about restaurants that don't exist. Yeah, damn it.
Oh. Keep going?
Part?
What?
Did it come down? No? Yep, there we go. We got it.
No thanks.
You did it.
Is that rust?
Yeah. Just falling to my eye.
Good job, Cardi.
Squirrel break. Here, come watch how good I can throw this squirrel.
Ow. Oh, there's no room in the garage.
Honey. I know. Alright, let's see if we can get her to do a deer hop. First try. All right, so we got the coilovers back for the 3rd gen. I left them with David over at Toytec the other day, and he literally did them overnight and brought them back to my house the next day after work. I'm not gonna say that you'll have the exact same experience because he's a buddy of mine, but if you're in the Denver area and need shocks rebuilt and don't know where to go, 100% recommend hitting David up over at Toytec. He's a great dude. It was a great experience for me. Super quick turnover, and now I can put some brand new coilovers back in the truck that I don't need to touch or worry about for another year or two. Probably a year. I let him go a little too long this last time. But anyways, I'll show you guys a couple of the things that he was sending me while I was at work. He sent me a ton of photos and a couple videos of the process of him rebuilding the coilovers. And I thought it was super interesting, so I'll go ahead and throw it in this video. Yeah, if you guys need shocks rebuilt, definitely go and hit him up. He said that the easiest way to get a hold of him is just to give Toytec a call and ask for David. Definitely tell them that Alex from Little Truck Big World sent him over to you guys. I'm not gaining anything from that, but I definitely told him that I'd give him a plug. So if you guys go and talk to David, tell him I sent you. These are the old ones. These are what made all of the noise. These aren't supposed to move.
It looks crooked.
It looks tall as hell.
You gonna take it for a spin, see if it squeaks?
I bet it still squeaks. It's a different squeak, but... Alright, body lift is officially done. All of the new bushings are in the truck. Everything is tight. And I was able to work around that brake issue that I had in the front end pretty easily. All I did was undo this bracket that holds this T-valve with the hard lines, pulled it off of the studs that it sits on, and then pushed it up with my hands. It is resting on the shock right here, which I will still probably end up doing something about. My main plan was to just drill a hole lower in this bracket and kind of suck it up a little bit higher. As long as this has just enough clearance, I'm not too concerned about it. But the housing of the actual brake booster doesn't touch the shock hoop, so I'm happy with that. And all this stuff worked out pretty easily. Thought this would be way more of a headache than it has been. And yeah, didn't really cause me too much issues. So anyways, yeah, body lift's done. I know I said I would be rebuilding this axle in this video. I don't think I'm gonna get to it. Still haven't got the parts to rebuild the knuckles. So hopefully I'll get that done this week. As soon as that's done, I'm actually able to reassemble this truck. I still haven't gotten to the rear shocks. I'll do that this week as well. It's just been a really busy time in the last few days, and I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up so I can start working on the next project. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Doubt it was really helpful, but I had fun making it, so I will see you guys next week.